Well, I'm pretty sure we're live, so.
Well, then I hope you got that. First, just kidding.
Well, I'm pretty sure we're live, so. Oh, somebody.
Oh, no.
Well, I'm pretty sure we're live, so. Somebody.
Oh, no.
Laura, is that you?
Did it stop?
No, I can't hear you, though. What do I
It
do?
stopped. I don't know, Laura. Mute just that one screen. Oh, Laura, mute just that one screen.
Ow. Oh, wait. Can I do it?
That one screen.
Ow. Oh, wait.
Just that one screen. Laura, mute yourself for a second. Laura, mute yourself for a second.
Is it done? Is it okay?
I don't know what's happening anymore. Laura just ruined everything. Laura's already drunk.
I don't know what to do. I muted it.
Is it okay now?
I don't know. We're gonna have to wait until Laura unmutes it to find out. And we should be. It was echoing because she hadn't muted it yet.
All right, just a warning. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know how to mute.
All right, just a warning. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know how to mute. Just a warning. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know how to mute. Anyway.
Oh, I know what I did. I think I figured it out.
So anyway, welcome. How's everybody doing?
Wait, okay. I think I figured it out.
Okay.
I forgot that I had the other. I'm sorry, that was just so terrifying. I forgot that I had the YouTube video open. You know what I'm trying to say. I forgot I had that open, and I was like, "What is making that noise?" It was so terrifying, and I could not stop laughing. It was. All right. I'm good. Sorry, I've already had some tequila. Okay. That was.
Anyway, I also like the layout, Jessica. I'm liking the way it's looking.
Hello, everyone! Finally.
Hello, everybody.
How's everybody been since Nano ended?
Miserable.
Sorry, I saw TV's comment said that the echo sounded demonic. It did.
It did.
It was so scary. Oh my god. All right. Okay. Hello, everyone. Yeah, it's Thirsty Thursday. So.
We're gonna write some today. We're gonna talk and write, and Laura at some point will stop laughing.
Are we frozen?
No?
It's showing on my.
Yeah, I wish I was doing that. I feel like I've lost all motivation.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, same. Like, I'm trying really hard, but at the same time, like, my motivation is just like.
Yeah.
It's been the opposite for me. Like, I haven't vlogged in the last few days, and now they're like, I don't have all this pressure. I've been working on my stuff every single day, which is so weird. I didn't do that like the last 2.5, 3 weeks of camp, so I don't know.
Yeah, I watched your video today. I was super proud when you finished it because I did not. I did not. I was like, please, like, let her do better than I did.
I mean, I barely made it. Like a close one. Oh my gosh.
Chocolate honey bush tea and strawberry lemonade. That is intense.
Wait, is that someone's username?
No, somebody's drinking that. Stacy, it has also been very hot here. Hello, Cassidy. Or should I call you MD?
Future, I'm jealous. Those of us out here in the sticks, we gotta rely on tequila. So.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Woo, that's exciting, Nicole.
Oh my goodness, that's so exciting.
Wait, you're in a stadium right now?
Except for I'm a Bears fan, so, you know, whatever.
Just
Diet Pepsi.
Look at this fanciness. I just threw a little banner. I mean, it covers Nina's face a little bit. Can we do this differently?
Diet Pepsi.
There we go.
It's probably where I'm positioned.
Yeah. Well, if I do it like this, then just momentarily, so you can all see.
Yeah, it's fine. I have cappuccino and Diet Pepsi, both.
Diet Pepsi is pretty delicious.
Yeah, I always have Diet Pepsi with me. But Kevin, you need to get some work done today because I'm supposed to be getting your book soon.
Yeah, I know. Rena sent me an email yesterday, and she was like, "Hey, how are things coming? When am I going to see this book?" And I was like, "I'm just going to ignore this email and not respond to it."
Does she watch your Authortube stuff?
I think she does occasionally, which is kind of terrifying.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was like, that's good, but then also scary.
Well, no, like, I know you got my email and you're avoiding me.
She shows up in chat. She's like, "Excuse me."
You did not respond.
Oh my gosh. I don't know why I'm blurry. I changed it so I'm streaming in 720 instead of 480.
It might be your internet connection.
Oh, Jessica, thank you. In modern settings.
Thank you, Future. I appreciate it.
I'm such an old man.
Hey, Moon.
Ooh, Moon's here.
Yeah, she just commented a little bit ago.
I think the.
Oh, there it is. I missed it.
Slightly delayed. Oh, there she is. I missed it too. Hello, Moon.
I know I'm fine, Charlie. Thank you. How much do you have left, Kevin?
Like 100 pages.
How much?
Like 100 pages.
100 pages?
100 printed pages, though. They're not real pages.
Aren't they the same whether they're printed or not?
Yeah, they are. I mean, I'm already on page 113, and it's only taken me like a while.
How many pages is the book total?
217.
So you're only 50% of the way through.
Yes, but my goal is to finish it this weekend.
Okay.
How many words is that?
Mine is, I think this right now is sitting at like 63,000.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of short. It's on the shorter side, but.
And this is draft 2?
This is draft 3.
Okay. That's so exciting. I'm so jealous. I wish I was on draft 3.
I kind of am because I finished the first act of, draft 2, and then instead of moving on to the second act, I've gone back to the beginning of act 1. I'm started revising some more. So I like getting versions 2 and 3 kind of at the same time.
I did that with my last fantasy project, and then I got real stuck, and now it's on the back burner, and we're doing this. I just kept doing act 1 over and over.
The reason why I'm kind of doing it, at least in this act, is because I rewrote like so much of Act 1 that it's almost all new. So when I went through for like draft 2, it was really just creating new words.
Right.
So before I moved into Act 2, I wanted to go back over because it was kind of like, to me, like I fast drafted scenes. Now I'm going back through to like smooth it out a little bit before I go into Act 2. So
right. That makes perfect sense to me. And I know I messed myself up too by doing Save the Cat after I'd already written Act 1. So then I had to go back this nano, but it's fine. It's worth it.
I'd already written the entire first draft when I read Save the Cat, so then I
Yeah.
had to replot the whole thing and then add new scenes and stuff. But now I'm in the middle of reading Anatomy of Story.
Oh, how is it?
I don't know how I feel about it yet. It's very dense, and there's also some wild stuff in there that I don't know if I agree with. I'm not convinced yet. So
I heard it's very like my way or the highway, kind of.
yeah, and it's really like academic in tone, which is fine. But I could see why it would be inaccessible to some people because it's very much like he's comparing it to poetics and like from a very like academic point of view. But I think the issue, like I was reading today, is like he basically says that like your character in the beginning has to be morally corrupt in some way. Like they have to. And the only way that you have a moral problem is in the first act, your character has to be actively doing something that hurts other people.
I don't know if I agree.
Yeah. So I'm like, I don't know. He's like, you don't have to do this, but then you're not going to have a good story. That's what he says. So, I don't know.
I got this book, Laura, which I think you should do in your like series of like reading craft books. It's called the Fantasy Fiction Formula, and it's how to write a fantasy book.
I don't know that I'll ever write a fantasy book, though.
But you have fantasy book ideas.
I do have fantasy ideas.
And it even talks about like urban fantasy.
Yeah, my fantasy idea might be too weird, though.
There's no fantasy idea that's too weird.
I think after this one, I'm going to read Wired for story or whatever. That's one Francesca always pushes.
You should read On Writing.
Yes, you should. I love that one.
You're talking about Stephen King?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm going to read that too, but I wouldn't count that really as like...
There is craft stuff in it.
I know, but I was talking about more like a whole book, like, because Francesca Leah Block, she's always pushing Wired for story. Like, she uses that in her classes that she teaches, so I think I want to check that out. I'm not creative enough to write fantasy. Like, I don't have it in me. I can't do the description and all that stuff. Like, I can't come up with, I have like literally like 6 science fiction ideas, but I'm not good enough of a writer to write them yet. So I'm not there yet. Kevin, who wrote that book?
I just put it in chat.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah, because I don't know how delayed it is, so I was like, I'll just type it.
Oh yeah. There is, I think, more of a delay.
I should have just been like, use my affiliate link, but I'm not using an affiliate.
Call him. Okay, so do we want to do a sprint here?
Show.
Let me get my stuff set up.
I have like this fantasy book idea, but I was like, I don't know how to go about it. I've never written a full-length fantasy. Like, I've written bits and pieces. So then I think...
What about your upstairs, downstairs fantasy?
That was more of like a speculative fiction. I guess it was kind of fantasy. But someone talks about this book in their vlog, and I had an Amazon gift card because Amazon screwed up on my orders, and I was like, I'll get it because it's free. I don't remember who it was.
Is that the fantasy that you did the map for? I just remember the video.
The fantasy map is for the new one I want to write after I write the next one. I'm thinking about starting it for Nano. I have not decided what I'm doing for Nano, though.
Oh, I know what I'm doing for Nano, and I'm excited to work on a new project.
Same.
But I'm not going to let myself before.
I like how Jessica knows exactly. It's 7 seconds.
I'm doing a new adult, so I can write something else that nobody wants. That's what I'm gonna do.
I don't know why. Like, it's so funny because I'm like not prudish at all, but there is something so uncomfortable to me reading sex scenes. It just makes me so uncomfortable, and especially since I listen to a lot of my books at work.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I didn't know that Red, White, and Royal Blue was new adult, and so there was like, I thought it was gonna fade to black, and then when it didn't fade, I was like, oh my god, I'm so uncomfortable right now. I'm at work and I had like headphones in, so it feels more intimate. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with that. That is I've had that happen before when reading some Regency stuff at work or listening to some Regency stuff, and it's just like, oh no, okay, pause.
Yeah.
I listened to a pirate romance recently, and I thought it was going to be more like, I don't know why, but I thought it was going to be more like fluffy, and oh my god, I was at work, and all of a sudden it was like, got really intense, and I was like, oh my god, this is so awkward.
The Rhino Cowboy story, does that have sex in it?
It has fade to black insinuated sex.
Okay, that I can have.
But
I'm very interested in Rhino Cowboys.
They're not rhinos, they're hippo cowboys.
Hippo Cowboy. Same thing.
But it's a gay pirate romance, and I was just like, why is it getting so intense?
Why is he listening to such like weird, obscure stuff?
Because I was in the mood for I don't know, I just got suggested it. I once accidentally, when I went through all the books I could listen to on Scribd, all I had left was romance, and I was like, none of these sound interesting. And then I saw a pirate one, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll give it a try. That one was awful. But then it made me want to listen to a good pirate romance. So I tried another one, which was also very obviously written by a woman because she did not know how gay sex worked at all. That was a little confusing.
I'm telling you, if you get throttled from Scribd, just check it every day, because this happened to me. Like, because it didn't happen to me again just in July. Like, I read too many books early in the month, and then I think like on the 11th, they were like, okay, you don't get any more new books until the 3rd of August. And I was like, oh my God, that's like 3 And then I just happened to look on like July 31st, and I was free again, like 4 days before. So I was able to sneak 2 more books in before the 3rd, which is when my month starts over. So
that's always the worst when Scribd does that. It's the only thing that I dislike, but I don't dislike it enough to sever ties because I love everything else.
Yeah, I mean, the way I see it is you only get 1 book for $15 through Audible, and I can usually get at least 3 out of the month in Scribd, depending, you know. So I've noticed that like if you get newer releases, then you get less during the month.
Yeah,
so they're more likely to give you some older ones. So
that's why I'm trying to get through my old TBR. So like stuff that I know they won't throttle me on because like no one else is listening to it.
Yeah.
Okay, when do we want to start our first
ready.
sprint?
I'm ready whenever. Are you guys ready to do a sprint?
Yeah.
On that saddle, on that hippo saddle?
I'm adding a banner that says currently sprinting.
Oh, nice.
I
want to start using my library, but I just haven't gotten a card yet.
Jessica, I've heard of Libby, but I don't know what it is. Jessica. Okay, so let's start. You want to start with a 10-minute? You want to go straight into 15?
Oh no, we need it. We need to ease our way back in.
10-minute sprint. We're going to start at 2 minutes.
Okay. I think I'm drinking my margarita too fast.
Yeah, probably. You're going to be like, oh, this is the greatest story ever.
That's so smart. Everyone's going to love this.
There's a lot of things I do like about StreamYard. Like I can put my comment on the screen that says when we're starting sprinting, like stuff like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, so I knew what Overdrive was, Jessica, but I didn't know it was called something different now. Like Libby's like my friend. That's actually how I read. Oh, crap! I forgot what it's called. Sugar Plantation, something like that. It's at the library.
Sugar Plantation. Sounds like in the library.
No, it's that show that's on the Oprah network. It has Tara from True Blood in it.
Sorry, I don't know her.
Yes, you do.
I meant the show.
Queen Sugar. I read the book. Queen Sugar.
Read some bizarre stuff.
That was a while ago. I read that like a year ago.
They're like, it's Cassidy.
She's been here.
I didn't see her before.
Okay, we're starting sprinting right now. How did everyone do?
Not bad. Clean some stuff up.
Let's see. "71 words." Horrible.
That's somewhere.
I'd say it's not horrible.
What'd you do, Kev?
I got through 8 pages.
Oh, that's not bad.
How do you spell toots?
Like, you're calling someone toots?
Yes.
Toots?
That's
Isn't
what
that-
it is.
I thought that was toots.
I mean, you could say it either way. Potato, potato.
Okay, because I wrote it Toots, but this time when I was rereading it, I was like,
I mean, you do run the risk, number one, of someone reading it as toots.
hey there, toots.
Number two, how old is your character that they're saying toots?
Don't worry about it. You have to wait and see.
I hope he's 500 years old because
Well, it's a girl, so
idiot as well. He's a man. So. From that commercial.
yeah. Hey there, toots.
I'm looking it up because I don't know now.
Let's do this fancy thing, and we'll just put TV on the screen.
328. Future, why are you asking if it was 10 minutes? Did it feel like a half hour to you, or maybe 5 hours? The time stands still.
There we go. TV's comment is on screen for everyone to see. Toots. That's tuts, though, isn't it?
That's touch.
I'm gonna have to use it as a sentence. Google doesn't even understand.
Hey there, toots.
That's how outdated it is. Google can't even find it.
I mean, it's saying TOOTS from what I can see.
I just don't know if I want to believe it.
Toots with a Z, that would make it very millennial. Very 21st century. Yeah. It's toots.
It's not toots, it's tuts. I can't even say it correctly. Oh my god.
I don't know. If I was reading it, I'm not sure what my mind would think it was.
Well, Laura's trying to hate on it anyway, so maybe I'll have to change it.
I said something in my book. I was reading it a section out loud to Aaron, and he was like, whoa, go back. He's like, why did you say that? I think I said, this isn't his first rodeo. And Aaron was like, can we come up with something different here? Like,
I was rereading a section that I haven't read yet at work today on my lunch, and like 3 times in one chapter, the character suddenly realized something, and I was like,
oh, I love a sudden realization.
and I was like, for sake.
Mine's always bad with eyes and gazes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I just repeat that over and over. Like, their eyes fell on this, their gaze landed here. It's just never ending.
Oh, mine is always we made direct eye contact. I was
Mine?
making eye contact.
Mhm.
Then I went direct eye contact again.
Not in this book, but in my last one, it was everybody was always blushing. And always.
I got the emotion, not dictionary, thesaurus,
Thesaurus,
and that helped. That's helped a little bit, but still not enough.
I've been wanting to get that.
I'm so weary of any sort of thesaurus because I have so many horrific memories of students trying to use thesauruses in their paper and just picking words that don't make sense in the context. And it's like, no. Like, I would always give them the example, like, something is heavy and something is fat. Like, those are synonyms, but you wouldn't say your textbook is fat. Right?
Oh, I would. You kidding me?
Yeah, like, you wouldn't be like, oh my god, this is so fat. Like,
Yeah, I would. I'd be like, oh my god, this bowling ball is so fat.
but it works in the context. It
No,
fits.
I would do it. I'd say
2 C's, okay?
this bowling ball is fat.
What did you teach, Laura?
I taught English.
Oh, that's so good.
I taught college level English at some different universities and community colleges in North Carolina and California.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are you good at editing your own work then, like grammar wise?
I have the credentials.
I am horrible at.
No, I had to teach, like, I taught such a, like, range of courses, like, from developmental, where, like, some of the classes were just literally teaching students grammar, and just teaching them, like, how to create a paragraph, all the way up to senior level capstone analytical writing. So, like, I feel like I didn't fully understand all of the rules of grammar until I had to teach it to somebody else. So, but now, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have a bachelor's degree in English, and it seemed like forever. Like, I know what a comma splice is, I just can't stop. So, like, every paper, it'd be like, here's this comma splice, another paragraph down, here's another one. Yeah. Like, you never learn, do you?
Yeah, I actually, I have all the way up to, I finished all the coursework toward, I have a master's, and then I finished all the coursework toward my PhD. And then when it came time to write my dissertation, I realized that if I was going to write a book, it wasn't going to be that kind of book. I didn't want to spend the next 3 to 5 years writing an academic book. And that's when I realized I needed to not finish. So I'm a PhD dropout.
There's nothing wrong with that.
So, but yeah, I feel like most, like, especially like just like, you don't really learn that when you're like an English major. Like, everyone says like, oh, well, I was an English major, so that means I'm good at grammar. Like, well, they don't even teach that in English class at the bachelor level. Like, that doesn't mean anything. Like,
well, I straight up remember one time my professor of Shakespeare telling the entire class, like, I have a PhD, I have no idea what a comma splice is. What now? And we were like, okay.
I knew it kind of instinctually, like, for myself, but it wasn't until I had to teach developmental English and I had to actually explain rules and how like they work that I fully understood why things were happening the way they were. That's why I get like a little irritated when people say like, I have the credentials. It's like, well, I don't think just being an English major at a bachelor level is really a credentials, because I knew PhD students who did not know grammar.
Oh yeah, I agree.
I feel like it's a very distinct, like, you know, you have to actually try to learn the stuff and like apply it in some sort of way. So, yeah.
And some people really have a passion for it, and I envy them. I wasn't that person.
Yeah, you have to like really, I don't. I just had to teach it, so.
Yeah.
Oh God, when you said hello, Aaron, I was like, my husband's in here? Some people are saying there's no video. Kevin.
I know, I'm checking. Who said that?
I don't know. Two different people said it. Charlie and Nina. But what's weird is I'm looking in the YouTube stream and I can see video.
Yeah, I can see.
So it went out and then it came back?
It's working for me.
Okay. Well, if it happens again,
just refresh.
Because, you know, YouTube decided to get rid of Google Hangouts. So this is the first time we've used this StreamYard. So.
One thing I just realized, though, is that if I use StreamYard's chat, I can't delete any comments or report anyone that's being offensive. So that's
well, we don't want Fat Linda to get away with anything, so gotta cover the chat here. I was looking at my, I was trying to do something in my YouTube, like in the, you know, the background of it, and I had like the list of like people I've blocked, and it said like Fat Linda from the Ozarks, and it was like 3 different iterations of Fat Linda, and I just laughed. I should unblock her. Maybe she'll come back. She keeps coming up with new names though. Oh my gosh, Cassidy, linguistics is so boring. I don't know how you.
She wanted it to be like her major, right?
One linguistics class was enough for me. All the glottal stops and all that stuff we talked about is boring. I probably said that wrong too. So. So.
Oh, hi, Mark. He's been the whole time. I just had it turned.
Who's been there the whole time?
Jessica said hi to Damien, but I was like, he's been there the whole time.
Oh, I thought you said hi, Mark, and I was like, who's Mark?
Oh, it's a line from a movie that you don't understand, so that's weird.
Oh, because I'm so old.
No, it's just like an obscure movie that no one likes. I just know the one line.
Hey, I'm the one who introduced you to obscure movies, so how dare you? What movie is
You
it?
haven't seen this one. I actually don't remember what it's from.
You don't know my life.
A memoir of Fat Linda. I don't think I was in the chat that night when Fat Linda happened. I think I missed.
Oh God.
Oh, Fat Linda.
It's from yes. There we go. It's from the room.
Fat Linda come in. She was trying to bust up the chat, trying to be a jerk. Blocked her, and then she came back with a new screen name called Fat Linda from the Ozarks. So now, anytime there's any troll, they're always just Fat Linda to me. They'll always be Fat Linda to me. You know?
I just don't understand. I just don't understand the appeal in coming into like a writing chat and discussing stuff.
It's 12-year-olds who have nothing better to do with their time. I mean, they live in the Ozarks, you know? Can't blame them.
Oh, other Nina, I'm working on a young adult contemporary right now. And it's a beast, but it's fine. I'm in a sense of denial right now. It's fine.
The link to Nina, her link is in the description below. So make sure everybody goes checks out her channel. If you're watching my channel, you've probably already seen Laura's, but you can also see hers. They're both in the link in the description below.
Oh, it's from the room?
Yeah.
See, I did know it, Kevin.
No, you didn't. You read it in chat.
So really quick, that reminds me, my friend Janelle has like a preteen, and which terrifies me that I'm old enough to have a preteen. But anyway, and whenever like she brings up like movies or something from like when we were young, she always goes, "Mom, is that one of those movies from the 1900s?" So yeah, so that's what kids are saying now.
Are you ready to do another sprint?
Sure.
Okay, we're gonna do 15 at the 15 mark.
Oh, contemporary is just modern day, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just modern day, modern times.
Yeah, what I'm writing is contemporary too. It just means like, you know, like a not fantasy, not science fiction, not speculative, just
not dystopian. There's nothing special about it in the world that it's set.
Or anything. All right, well, it's fun having you, Cassidy.
Just leave the screen open in the background and just mute it.
Yeah, we'll keep you company so it's not awkward with your company. So you have to come up with things to say.
Yeah, just actually gather all your company around and you can all.
Yeah.
Tell them that they're going to now start a book and see how that goes.
Right, but we wouldn't call it a contemporary now. We would call it a classic. So it means when you're writing in your own time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like Becky Albertalli's books and Angie Thomas. And
yeah, Charlie. Essentially just real world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, depending. I mean, not all the classics. Some of the classics were also like speculative, like Frankenstein.
I would call that contemporary because it's so real world.
Like Jane Austen, I guess her books would have been contemporary then.
Mm-hmm.
I like to compare myself to Jane Austen when I think about the contemporaries I'm writing. The Bronte sisters.
Shit.
No. Well, I think there was some like speculative and fantasy back then.
Cardboard boring. Not a big fan of classics.
I am. I'm a nerd. Yes. Oh God, we could fall down a genre hole and be stuck there forever. But yes, there is contemporary fantasy, and then there's urban fantasy.
But is contemporary fantasy and urban fantasy different now? And aren't they calling it something else now, urban fantasy?
Urban fantasy specifically is a Latinx term.
Yeah. And Bramwell.
Listen, here's what I'll tell you.
I say we're gonna get hit slide.
Here's what I'll tell you.
Boring stuff, guys.
Genres, for the most part, are mostly just like us. So you can get a feel of what I'm writing. But if I told you a plot, it doesn't matter what the genre is. If you like the plot idea, you're going to read it. So like when it really comes down to it, it's not as big as people make it out to be.
Oh, it isn't, Kevin? Thank you.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Thank you for schooling us.
Okay, we're going to start sprinting and ignoring Laura. Okay, ready? Sprint. Writing time is done.
I feel like the problem I'm having, I like writing in first person present, but when I revise, I have to take out so many I's. Like, it's just.
But that's for revising.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, I hate that, like, every sentence, I'm like, I do this, I do. I mean, I sound like English is a second language for me or something.
I don't like first person present. I cannot do it.
I feel like I can't get into the character's head enough if it's not first person present.
I tried, well, I think I even tried with this work too to do first person present, but I was always reverting back and it was just taking so much time to fix everything that I just decided not to.
I did.
41 words. 490. Jeez.
41 words. Oh wait, we're not. There we go. I love first person.
Yeah.
I wish I could. I wish. Maybe one day.
It depends on like the genre too. Like if I was writing fantasy, I would not do first person.
Mm-hmm.
But like most contemporaries are first person, so like that's why, and that's all I've really written. Well, my first book was more speculative, but I definitely think if it was like for sure, if I ever wrote fantasy, I would do that third person. $5.92. Person, just a show off. If you like finish camp like in the middle of the month.
Yeah, I do first person past.
Mm.
And it's fine so far.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll level up next book. Maybe next book I'll try again.
I've thought a lot about doing it past tense because there are some things when I write in present tense that sound weird. Mm-hmm. Like I feel like I have to describe more of every move because I'm in the present. Like,
yeah.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So.
And in reality, it should be no different than like I walk versus I walked.
Right.
But for some reason it is.
Yeah. Because I feel like when you're writing in past tense, you feel more like you're summarizing what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas when I'm in present, I feel like I have to like over-explain like every single thing that's happening because I'm in the moment, especially with thoughts because like it's different when you're like thinking back. If you're talking past tense, you don't always remember everything that was in your head when something happens. So you don't always have to be including that. But I feel like when you're in present tense, a lot of times, like especially when I took like a writing course with Kevin and I took a class with Francesca Leah Block, and she kept saying like, well, what is the character thinking right now? Like this is happening. It's like I don't know what they're thinking. I'm just trying to write the action.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think past tense works for this one that I'm currently writing because a lot of stuff has happened with her family stuff. So she's like really introspective about past events.
Yeah.
So like I feel like I'm just always going back to it and it works with the flow better. So I think it's okay for now.
Yeah.
But one day I would like to be able to do the present tense better.
It definitely like I think it depends on the story you're telling. Like, you know, how you're telling it for sure.
I wrote my first book like ever in first person past, and then I read through all of it and changed it to first person present, and it was awful.
I remember when you did that. I remember.
I once wrote Harry Potter fan fiction in second tense because I thought it was cool. It was not cool.
Wait, okay, so what kind of Harry Potter fan fiction did you write? Are we talking
So I did, this was when I was like 12 also. So it was, imagine how horrible it was. But it was specifically about like an American girl that went to Hogwarts. And it was also in second tense. So it was a mess. It was bad.
Was that American Girl you?
Oh, it was a total self-insert. It was so bad.
My Harry Potter fanfiction had a self-insert too, but he was like the son of Voldemort. I don't know. It was weird.
That's cool. I mean, essentially that kind of happened. Essentially.
I know, but like I was ahead of my time, I guess.
Yes, you were.
Second tense is like a manual. Like if you're reading like instruction manual, it says like you talk to right?
Yeah, directive. It's you do this, you do that. Do this. So when I taught literature, when we would talk about second tense or second person, a really good short story that I would always have my students read is by Diaz. It's called How to Date a Black Girl, Brown Girl, White Girl, or Halfie. And it's from his collection of short stories called Drown. So I'm going to plug that. It's actually really, really good. And it shows you exactly like the way he does it is very skillful, like, and very purposeful. So it's making you think that the narrator is speaking to you, but yeah.
Third grade, Aaron, how young are you? Jesus, I was writing Harry Potter fanfiction in high school.
I feel like all the writers today were at one point writing Harry Potter fanfiction. I feel like that's what we all did.
Not us oldies. I never got into Harry Potter.
Oh no.
No, people my age did, but I did not.
I wrote Harry Potter fanfiction, Teen Titans fanfiction, and Avatar: The Last Airbender fanfiction.
I wrote Harry Potter fanfiction and Daniel Radcliffe fanfiction because I was active. I did that. But I think that was it. That's it.
I have never written fanfiction. I'm like an anomaly in the writing world.
I once wrote a fanfiction for the video game RuneScape. So.
You gotta learn how to write somehow.
Exactly.
Glee fanfiction.
You might not want to brag, but you're on the screen now. So
that's good stuff. Pokemon fanfiction. I just watched Detective Pikachu.
So good. We saw it in theater.
So good. It was so good.
We saw it in theater.
I think it looks cute.
It was so good. I have not read. I've only read the first 2 Harry Potter books.
They get so good as you go on, though.
Mm-hmm. I'm just like, the movies are fine. They're fine. They're good. But, like, it's just not really my bag.
Here's the thing, though. I think that if you read the books, you would have a different kind of appreciation.
But I tried, and I found them kind of boring.
Well, the first couple are middle grade novels. You can get through them.
The Order of the Phoenix was my favorite. It's the darkest. I still love it.
It is very dark. My favorite is Goblet of Fire, though.
Also,
that one's fun.
It's not like a cute love story for me to root for.
Yes, there is.
There's multiples.
Yeah, I just can't tell you because there's things in the books that are never even brought up in the movies.
Yes. Like Peeves. You're missing out on Peeves.
Peeves.
Or no, I guess you read the first 2 books, so you're not really, but.
Yes, Goblet of Fire. Goblet of Fire. There's all the trials. There's Harry naked in a bathtub. I mean, come on.
Harry naked in a bathtub, yes.
My least favorite is actually Prisoner of Azkaban.
I think that
was my favorite.
It's what? What'd you say, Nina?
It's my second most favorite, Prisoner of Azkaban.
Okay, to be fair, I've only read it once because it was my least favorite. So maybe if I reread it now as like older, I read it like when it came out. So like maybe if I read it now, I would like it. But at the time, I just felt like there's no Voldemort in the entire thing. Like, why do I want this book?
Is there not? I mean, I guess there's not. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is kind of a setup novel, isn't it? Like, it totally just sets up
the
action to take off.
Yeah, it's just like it is the perfect slide of it going from middle grade to young adult, though, because I do feel Goblet of Fire is much more young adult, where Chamber of Secrets is middle grade. So like the middle one was needed.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's what I was talking about, Debbie. Myrtle spying on Harry in the bath.
Unpopular opinion. I just think it's okay.
Okay, yes, Mad Eye not being Mad Eye. I was like, the whole, like when it happened, I was like, what? I was so mind blown. In fact, I read the second to last book Laura actually took me to go buy. I was living with her in North Carolina, and I pre-ordered it because I was afraid they were going to sell out, and they didn't. And so I picked it up the day it came out, and then the last book, when I read it, some of the deaths that happened, I was so angry I threw the book at a wall.
I feel that. Yeah, the whole Mad Eye thing kind of traumatized me a little bit because I was unsure every time Mad Eye reappeared. Like, I remember being like, he knows him, but he doesn't. This is weird.
Yes. Because I was like, okay, well, he's still like kind of bonded with Mad Eye. It just wasn't Mad Eye. So like,
yeah, and it was just, yeah, it's weird. It made me feel uneasy.
I have a Mad Eye Moody Funko Pop.
Is that the guy with the weird eye in the movie?
Yeah. I have a Mad Eye. The Mad Eye Moody Funko Pop's my favorite because all Funko Pops have like the black eyes, and then he has one giant blue one.
See, I just like all the time, like Kevin will make references to Harry Potter about like a character. I'm like, I don't know who that is. I mean, I've seen the movies, but like not enough to even remember anybody.
Do you remember who Neville Longbottom is, Laura?
Yeah, because everyone obsesses about how he looks now.
Do you know who Parvati is? I think I mispronounced that. Parvati.
I barely remember the Mad Eye Moody guy you're talking about.
Okay, Lindsay, same. I thought the whole time, he was going to be like, JK, not really dead. I faked it. Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what scene really messed me up as a kid, though? Is in Goblet of Fire when they're at the Wizarding Cup and the Death Eaters like basically strip that woman naked in front of everyone and like kind of I didn't know what was happening. I was so young. I did not understand that they were like sexually assaulting her.
Mm-hmm.
It was very traumatizing as a young person to read.
I saw something about Umbridge, and I haven't done the research, so I'm not 100% sure that it's true, but about the centaurs taking her, apparently in mythology, that's like a signal that they're like going to take her and like rape her.
Yeah. I was actually just telling my boyfriend Damien about this because in the books, like there's like subtle hints that that's actually what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like the sound of hoofs makes her like PTSD flashback.
Yeah.
So I was like,
yeah, but that went way over my head. Didn't catch it at all.
Exactly, Lindsay. When they turned her upside down and showed her underwear, I was like, I did not understand what was happening. I was young and confused.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's an understatement.
I was young and I was like, I don't like girls' underwear. That's so exciting, a Harry Potter birthday party. Aw.
Yeah, Jessica, that's usually what I do when Kevin or people start talking about Harry Potter. I just start looking at my phone.
Charlie, I agree. David Tennant, anything is best. I love that man.
He's okay.
He's so good.
Lindsay, just Google Umbridge Centaur conspiracy, and there's a million things about it online. Yes, he did. Okay, we can do another sprint though, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's do. You want to do another 15-minute?
I'm Ravenclaw.
I am also Ravenclaw.
So am I.
That was fun.
Yeah, my husband's a Hufflepuff.
I would say
also a Hufflepuff, and it's funny because I told him like one day he did something, and I was like, "You're such a Hufflepuff," and he'd never read the books before, and he did the test and was a Hufflepuff, and I felt all powerful. It was great.
I actually think that my boyfriend is also a Hufflepuff, but he probably disagreed with me.
I think he's Hufflepuff too.
When do we want to do the sprint? Do we want to do it at like the 48-minute mark?
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm a Ravenclaw with Slytherin tendencies, according to the test I've taken.
Every time I say that to Aaron, though, that he's a Hufflepuff, I'm not a Hufflepuff. Like, something wrong with being a Hufflepuff.
I say, so many people like have this weird shtick about being a Hufflepuff. There's nothing wrong with it.
The world needs Hufflepuffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're the most loyal out of any house.
Oh yeah, our sister-in-law Lauren, she's a Hufflepuff too. She's a very proud Hufflepuff.
Yeah, yeah. I'd say Hufflepuffs love food. They're loyal. They're probably all potheads. We're not sure.
Yeah, that would make sense, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, J.K. Rowling also says a lot of other stupid shit that I don't listen to, so.
Yeah, she should have stopped about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She's like, oh, guess what? Dumbledore and Grindelwald have rough sex. I'm like, what are you talking about?
She needs to get to the point where she likes to hear herself speak. She just likes to say things.
She destroyed my childhood by that unnecessary tweet about how wizards used to get rid of their potty tendencies just by like apparition. And I was like, did anybody ask you for that? No.
Yes, they would poop in their pants and then they would apparate it away.
Yeah. Like, we want Marauder stories. We don't care about the plumbing at Hogwarts, you know?
I had to put Lindsay's Hufflepuff on screen.
Yeah. That's such a cute picture of you, Lindsay.
No, you don't, TV. Shut up. Okay, we're starting sprinting. Let me pull up the thing. Okay, sprinting starting now.
Wait, how long?
15 minutes, girl. Oof. Time's up. How'd everybody do?
I'm almost done with this section, reading it.
453.
What about you, Nina?
Not horrible.
How much?
453.
Wow.
That's nice.
250 is decent. TB, how close are you to the end? Dang, of course, Natalie killing it with 556.
What is Natalie's book at now? Like 6 million.
Aw, I miss playing D&D.
I love D&D.
Me too. Actually, my dice are right here.
My main character's dad is a big Dungeons and Dragons player, and in one of the scenes, he's wearing a shirt that she got him that says "Chaotic Dad," and it's got a little 12-sided die on
That.
So I made my main character a D&D nerd. So
I love that.
My short story, the love interest is a D&D nerd.
I love that so much. Me and my husband play, but I'm way more into the story building, and he's way more into the like mechanics. I would be perfectly fine with everybody rolling for me as long as I get to like make out the plot and the story and all that stuff. The whole damage thing is just like, eh.
Nina, have you ever listened to the podcast Not Another D&D Podcast?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you should look it up. It's so good. There's a huge list of episodes, and it's just like a group of friends playing D&D together, and like one of them's never played before. It's so good, and it's so funny because they're all like comedians. So funny. You should look it up.
I will add it. I'll listen to it tomorrow. That's what I'll do.
I literally I listened to one episode and then I binge listened to it like nonstop for like 2 weeks.
That sounds like a plan.
Yeah, we moved and we don't have anyone to play with here. So, boo.
I don't have anyone because
we moved
away. Yeah, I don't know if Damien would be into it.
We tried to get him to play. We kept talking about doing it when I was still there, but we just never did.
Yeah. Charlie, I do not, but I do have a Critical Role t-shirt that I got at Goodwill that I didn't realize was like a thing. I just thought it was like a D&D shirt. And then I was like, oh, this is like a thing. I found that out like a year after I had
it. Yeah, we don't play as often as we used to because for whatever reason, people get older and they think they're supposed to stop doing those things. Makes no sense to me.
Yeah, I went through a phase myself where I thought like, I'm an academic, I'm a college professor, I'm an adult, I'm not supposed to like these things. And then what happened was I got into a really, really deep depression, like so bad. And when I finally got better, I was like, I realized that part of my depression is because I was denying myself things that I like because I somehow thought I wasn't supposed to. And that's when I was like, fuck it, I don't care anymore. I'm going to like what I want, and I'm going to read what I want, and I'm going to write what I want. And yeah, that's why you'll see a million toys everywhere because I like to collect toys.
Yeah, there's nothing. I love that. That's how I feel. Do the things you like. Yeah. Don't. Yeah.
Like no.
I just want to really quick. I just want to say I love how many D&D nerds are in this chat because right other Nina said she DMs weekly.
Oh my goodness.
Here's the thing though, I don't think I'd be into being a DM. I just want to be like a player. I want to be a character.
Yeah, Aaron, my husband, does DM stuff.
No, it's not. It just sounds not fun at all to me.
But yeah, like my husband, for a gift, got me a Gudetama purse, which I love, and I get complimented on it all the time. But a friend of ours in California for Christmas got me a purse also for Christmas. And then she was like, well, I figured that someone needed to get you an adult purse. And I thought, my Gudetama purse is an adult purse because I'm an adult and I use it. So
my purse legit right now has Bigfoot on it. Bigfoot on it, and I do not care. I think it's funny. He's roasting marshmallows in it. It's great.
I stopped being I fully embraced the loving toy thing when Damien moved in because he loves toys too. It's like the other day we were at Goodwill and I bought this Savers, and I bought this vintage My Little Pony because it's just so cute.
Oh.
But look at the pastel, it's so cute.
I know, we were talking about moving into our own place, and my mother-in-law was like, well, what do you miss most about not having your own place? I was like, my toys. They're all in storage because our whole apartment was because I like designer toys and like collectibles, and it's collectible art, you know.
Mhm.
I usually have it like we had it all over our apartment, so it's all in storage right now. And I was like, I miss my toys. They put me in a good mood. Like that's what your aesthetics are supposed to be. In your
Mhm.
home, your home is supposed to be a place that makes you happy, makes you feel good. You know.
Because sometimes Damien's like, do you think that we should have a more grown-up apartment? I was like, no, we should have an apartment that we like to be
Your
in.
apartment is a grown-up apartment because you're grown-ups and you live in it. So
Yeah.
I have a Gudetama purse and a Gudetama wallet, which is actually right here. Matches my purse. And then I have an Agrezza Go purse too.
I actually have something for you, Laura, that I got you today, but I can't tell you what it is.
Oh,
I'm just gonna send it at some point. But it's something I know you'll like, so.
Yeah, Kevin has some Funkos.
I do. I don't have as many as I used to because I started collecting other kinds of toys. So I really like Monster High dolls. So that's my main collection now.
Yeah. We also collect pins, Kevin and I.
Yes. I also make pins.
Yes, Kevin does. Shameless plug. Kevin makes pins and stickers.
It's true. The link to my shop, in my Etsy shop, is always in the description below. Oh, Lord, did I ever show you this? Damien found this for me at Goodwill. It came with a giant plush in it, but it was empty. But now I just use it as a storage container.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
It's just a giant.
Yeah,
giant.
That's with Tokidoki stuff too.
Yeah, I have a headless Monster High in here and a blank Dunny that I want to paint.
Mm-hmm. I like to call myself the oldest young adult on YouTube.
Wait. Lindsay, I have the Cyclops one, but I found it without its clothes, so it's wearing some random clothes, but it was one of the first ones that Damien found. So.
I'm partial to Draculaura, but you know.
I actually have a Draculaura who's like dressed up as like a Lolita girl. It's very strange looking.
Ooh, I would really like that.
I'll go grab it. I'll be right back.
Yeah. And I get so many people who tell me like, oh, I used to like to collect stuff, you know, but like I'm an adult now and I can't really. I'm like, so what? So then you just be boring and like not have the things that you like? Like that's so lame. Life is boring and lame. Why not have some fun stuff? You know, like
that's how I feel for sure.
Laura.
Yes.
This is my Lolita Draculaura.
Oh. I love it.
She's wearing little skates. She's kind of wobbly, like her legs wobble, but she's still cute.
Yeah, I like that.
These are really hard to find now because like they've been discontinued for a few years. So whenever I see one, I'm like, although I have most of them now.
That's another thing I miss about LA is like you could actually like find cool stuff at secondhand stores there, you know.
Damien found a Chatty Cathy, and he's found American Girl dolls. We went to a Savers the other couple weeks ago, and they had an American Girl doll in the just doll section for $5, and he bought it and resold it for like $60 the other day.
What? An American Girl doll for $5?
As you can see, Damien really likes American Girl dolls. Those are just his historic ones. He has a bunch of customs over here. I think he has like 20. He has 18. He just corrected me.
Oh.
What's the robot Monster High one? I really like her.
Rebecca.
Yes.
I have a couple of her because I really like, this sounds so nerdy. I really like her sculpt. She has a gear in the back of her leg that you can turn. I actually just got a Rebecca like a month or two ago who's complete. And she has like these really cute like steampunk goggles on.
Aww. That's what I'm saying, Kristen. Like, for the longest time, Aaron and I were like, we need to have kids so that we can have an excuse to buy toys. And then at one point, we were like, fuck it. We don't want the kids. We want the toys. So let's just get the toys.
My boyfriend, Damien, he restores a lot of like vintage toys from like the 50s and 60s. Then he also gets like American Girl dolls and stuff. And he... Huh?
And he does it on his YouTube channel.
He does, in fact, do it on his YouTube channel. He restores American Girl dolls a lot because people like will basically like give them away on eBay when they think they're like beyond saving, and he restores them and resells them.
Oh my God, Lindsay, that's hilarious.
Okay. He does not reface the American Girl dolls because he's really particular about the American Girl dolls in particular. But Lindsay, I actually have that fear sometimes with certain dolls. I'm like, is this doll gonna kill us? There's like there's one over here right now that like has like this magic growing hair, but it's like I don't remember. It's really old, and she looks like she's gonna kill me.
Do you have any porcelain dolls? My grandmother used to get me all of those like Lee Middleton dolls.
Yeah,
they used to freak me out.
I have porcelain dolls that my grandma used to get me, and they are really freaky. They're like in a box.
We do not do porcelain dolls because porcelain dolls are really scary.
Yeah,
and to be honest, like a lot of the things that Damien buys, he buys to to fix and resell, and porcelain dolls aren't worth anything.
Mm-hmm.
It depends. If they're from like the 1700s.
Okay, so those really old ones are worth money. Will you grab Scary Harry over there?
I'm really into anything.
and yes, really, I do have fur babies, and we do treat my dogs like kids.
I just want to see, like,
I do too.
Oh, do you? Okay, so people that like American Girl dolls, who here also likes Bitty Babies? Because I just realized I like Bitty Babies. They're cute.
Well, you're the biggest fan.
Bitty Twins, whatever. They're like tiny American Girl dolls. Okay, I want to show the scary one first. This is the scariest doll I think we've ever had in this house.
That reminds me of that one that Bunny had.
Well,
girl.
her hair grows longer. It's freaky.
It
I don't
grows
know.
on its own.
Like you turn this knob in her back, and her hair
okay.
gets longer.
I was like, there's something going on with that doll.
But look at this baby American Girl doll. It's like a real baby. I'm gonna name him something, and then we'll never be able to get rid of him. You can find these. Like this is the thing, also that people who donate stuff, especially in LA, don't realize or don't care what their stuff's worth. So like, you can get you can get the Bitty Twins for like $5, and they sell for like $30.
I mean, people in LA make a living off of anything from secondhand stores. Like people will donate like clothes and stuff, and then people will go, not here in North Carolina, you go to a secondhand store, and you're gonna get some
Real secondhand.
Yeah.
Our thrift stores here, I actually have an aunt and uncle that make a living off of reselling.
Really?
And like our thrift stores here have found out, so they like raise the prices of everything and make it pretty much impossible.
In LA, it's crazy. People will like run for the toys, and they'll fight for them.
Yeah, we like the Goodwill near our apartment. Whenever a cart comes out, people literally run and push to try and grab stuff off of it. But I will say that the thrift stores around here, you can tell they're starting to up their prices because they know. Because there's so many people in LA who just live off of reselling. Like every time we go to any thrift store now, we see these people with like these scanners on the back of their phone, and they go through the book section and they scan every single book to see how much they could resell it for, to see if it's worth more than like what they're charging for at the store.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's nice, Christian. Christian, watch Damien's channel.
Oh.
And TB, I try to avoid stuffed animals because I have dogs. So like I have some plushes, but I just try to avoid them because I'm afraid my dog will get a hold of them and chew them up. So I avoid that.
A couple months ago, I found a Sanrio plush, like an official one, at Savers for like $2.
See, I had a Hello Kitty like plush like pillow face, and my dog got a hold of it. So yeah, a lot of people can know what stuff is worth.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like Damien like will go through the toys and he's like, "Oh, I know what that is. I know what that is." And I'm like, I don't know. I'm better at like clothes because I used to resell clothing.
Mm-hmm.
He's good. He's really good at toys.
Also,
I'm like every single time I'm just like, "What is this?" And he's like, "Oh, that's from the blah 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 line that came out in 1997 through this company." And I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Also, Lindsay, I can't believe you had a reborn. Those things creep me out for sure.
Ew.
But I will say, I love that Lindsay is super into dolls because I knew she was one of our people, Kevin. I knew it. I can sniff out one of our people a mile away.
Lindsay. Okay. I really love ball jointed dolls a lot. I want one so bad, but they're so expensive. Damien had one. He does not like them. He sold it because he doesn't like them, but I love them.
Charlie, I love Pusheen. I don't know if you follow me on Instagram, but I'm always showing pictures of like my office at work, and it's all Pusheen because I used to get the Pusheen box, and they would always send like office stuff. So when I got my my office at work, it's just all Pusheen. And like all the time my coworkers will come in there to talk to me and they just look around, it's like all this cat stuff. And they're like, oh, you're like a cat person. I'm like, I'm not a cat person. I'm a Pusheen person. Difference.
I forgot what I was gonna say. The video game thing. We recently found a Goodwill here in Southern California that has like a electronics store, and so they only sell electronics. Like stores will donate like Switches where the boxes are damaged and stuff like that. They literally, no joke, had a stack of like 12 MacBook like laptops, just stack them. They're all old ones, but
How much were they? Like, how much were they selling the Switches for?
they were like half price. But the only thing that was wrong was the box was damaged.
Oh,
Yeah.
that makes me so jealous. We that I would. Yeah.
Oh, you know. Jessica, talk about Happy Planner merch. I found this Happy Planner at Goodwill. Can you tell I like Goodwill? This is a brand new Happy Planner with the metal rings for $3. So it's a teacher. Huh?
Was it written in at all?
No, it's like all I just ripped the stuff off of it, like the.
There's so many rich people in LA that just get rid of shit. Like,
It sounds like I need to go to LA. That's what it sounds like.
you do. Take me with you. We'll road trip from.
So-
Yeah, you can drive to Tennessee, and then we'll figure out the rest of the way.
Sorry, I never said.
I've made that drive many
My
times.
friend Lindsay on here, she has ball jointed dolls, and now I want one even more.
They're just really expensive, though.
I know, but I want one. I want a boy ball jointed doll, and I want to make him his own Instagram, like one of those people that have dollstagrams.
Yes. I would love that. You should totally do that.
There are so many dollstagrams that are specifically just like a character. So like,
Yeah.
I love them. Love them.
We are showing our real nerdiness here, Kevin.
I know. I
We have to
know.
keep it to ourselves, only to our people that understand.
Sorry. I don't need new soy sauce. That's so salty. Yeah.
You should, Stacey. Lots of people make their living off of the secondhand stores and Goodwills in LA.
Yeah.
Like a good one.
Okay, we found the Goodwill that we found that's next to electronics store is the headquarters for Southern California, or for California, and so they get a bunch of Target merch that's brand new. Like they'll get like shampoo products and baggies and garbage bags that are just like the boxes are damaged, and people literally jumped and freaked out for it when they came out. And me and Damien are like looking for like obscure stuff. We don't care about discount sandwich baggies. So I was like, I'm not fighting for these bags. We did find some discount dolls, but they were still pretty expensive.
Oh my God, Lindsay. I used to have a toy channel for like a minute.
Oh my God, Lindsay.
I stopped, but I love that. I love that you had a webkit.
Okay. The other day I almost bought a Neopets plush, and I was like, I don't need a Neopets plush. I miss Neopets.
Once you start allowing yourself to buy toys, man, it is so hard to like resist. Like I want to go to Japan so bad, but I was like, man, I'm gonna need so much money if I go to Japan. I'm just gonna buy all the toys, and then I gotta figure out.
I told Damien, like, I was like, if we go to Japan, like, I'm gonna need a separate suitcase just for stuff I buy there. Probably still need to ship stuff.
I was watching Helicopter's vlogs to Japan, and I was like, oh my God, I want everything she's looking at, because she was showing all the stores.
It sounds like I need to expand past Funko Pops.
Yes.
It sounds
Funko Pops are
That was my gateway.
the gateway toy. That's what we always
That's
say.
what I'm thinking. Like Funko Pops must be the gateway toy, and then there's a whole other world.
My husband and I, one of our plans, if we stay in North Carolina for a while, is we want to open up a toy shop here. Like because they have a bunch of them in LA. It was like a big thing in LA, and so we really wanted to open one. And I was like, we have to carry Funkos though, because that's a gateway toy. You get people in for the Funkos, and then they see the wonderful world of toy collecting and designer toys, and then forget it. And that's how you get people.
I looked up. I have the original Gandalf Funko Pop, and I found out that it's worth like $75 now.
They go up in value.
Yeah, crazy.
I had a Harry Potter one where he's flying his broom, and I got it for less than $10. And then I was looking up online, and somebody $80 for it, and I was like, I like Harry Potter and all, but after that, I'm taking the $80. That's insane.
Yeah, I feel really bad because my Gandalf, I actually put it on my dashboard in my car. Like I have the box and stuff for it, but I feel like I mistreated it by putting it on my dashboard. And you know, like now it's actually worth money, and I feel bad.
Okay, hold on. A couple of things people have said. So I do have a Pusheen. I thought it was up here, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's at work. I have a Pusheen. I have the Dragon Pusheen Funko, which I love. It is adorable. I'm obsessed with Care Bears. I love them as a kid. I still love them. I follow them on Instagram. They post adorable stuff.
I just did a caffeine bear design on my Instagram.
To make that, I love Care. I'm obsessed. Especially like I've been revisiting a lot of like Care Bear videos lately because they were really onto something. You know, like their ideas were really smart, especially in the world we live in now. But yeah, Dragon Sheen, that's the one I have. And also Lindsay, I wish you still had that channel because I would watch every single video. Right, Kristen? Because we all think we're like creepy in the corner and nobody knows. Kevin and I, though, see in LA, there's like a huge toy community in LA.
So many people when we thrift, so many. It's mostly women that come up to us because I think like women feel more comfortable. They'll come up to us and be like, "Are you guys dog collectors or are you resellers?" And I was like, "Mostly collecting, but some reselling." Sometimes with like women will ask Damien like, "Do you know anything about this Barbie?" And he always does.
Yeah. Have you watched that video yet, Kevin? I sent you about the chick who has the Barbie apartment.
Yeah, we did.
Loved it. But yeah, like in LA, there's a huge. That's one of the things I actually miss about LA. That's why I keep saying that. It's like there's a big like toy community in LA, and there's a lot of like shops and stuff to do, and that's like does not exist here like at all.
No, the Goodwills here don't care. They're getting their money. I could literally just like talk about my toys all day long. I love all of them.
And Charlie, I do have my other channel with toy stuff, so I don't want to get too boring about it. But I have another channel that I do personal stuff with like my toys and stuff like that, but I just haven't posted in like a month because it's not easy to film here where in my living situation. I will be filming more once we move out. And I don't have most of my toys, so it's horrible. And I haven't really been buying anything or anything, but yeah, I will be doing some more. I will shamelessly plug that at another time. When I start.
When we went to Savers last weekend, Damien found a vintage Polly Pocket for $8.
Ooh, I loved Polly Pocket.
It was the hair salon one. It was a yellow clamshell.
Yeah. That's what kind of sucks now is like now that I've gotten back into toy collecting, there were so many toys I had as a kid that I wish I didn't like get rid of. I was like, like I had all the Rainbow Brite stuff and Strawberry Shortcake and Care Bears and Popples and all kinds of stuff.
My uncle just sold all of his collection of like comic book toys that he had from the 80s, and I think he actually made bank on it. Like he was a serious collector with oh my goodness, I don't remember the robot, you know, the superheroes.
Iron Man?
No, not Iron Man. Why is my mind blanking on this? It'll come to me in a minute. But yeah, like he had tons and tons of these action figures that he just sold, and he did very well. They are highly valued.
Nina, do you have any rock candy figures? Because those are also made by Funko.
Me? No. Yeah. I don't believe
they're super cute. I have one of one second. I have one of Mulan from the Wreck-It Ralph movie because I also collect Wreck-It Ralph toys. But they're like made by Funko and they're cute little like figurines.
Oh, that's so cute.
I'm also convinced that a lot of people who don't live in big cities are not into toys because they just don't have the shops in the communities where they live. Because there's like, people all the time ask me like where I've gotten stuff. And it's like it's in LA. It's in LA. That's why I want to open a shop here because there's like nothing like that around here. And I feel like that's how I fell into it. I was really into Funkos, and then I moved to LA and I went to shops that had them, and I was like, oh my god. There's so many toys. There's so many things.
Yeah, our gaming shops here in Tennessee have Funkos, but they don't have anything else.
And that's what we want to do is sort of like open up something like that where it has gaming stuff, but then also like the whole toy aspect as well. Yeah.
I recently backtracking a little bit to Dice D&D. I backed a Kickstarter like months and months and months ago. I haven't gotten it yet, but they're making like custom rainbow dice, and I'm super excited. I'm getting some rainbow dice in the mail.
Jessica, you like unicorns? You should look up Tokidoki. They have little unicornos, and they're so cute.
Transformers is what it was. Sorry.
Oh, Transformers.
I was like, Iron Man?
Yeah, it's like the robot. Yeah, Transformers.
More than meets the eye.
As much as I'm loving this toy conversation, don't get me wrong, because I haven't been able to talk toys with anyone in a while.
I know, this is actually like what, like,
I know.
we should have a toy stream.
Say, do we want to do one more writing sprint?
Sure. How long do we want to go for?
Let's just do like, we did 2:15, so let's just do another 10. When do we want to start it?
I already put it up on screen at the 32 mark.
Okay.
I miss my Polly Pockets. I had so many. I was such a wasteful child.
I know. I had all the Babysitter Club books, all of them, and then when I got older, my mom was like, "What do you want me to do with these?" I was like, "Oh, just get rid of them." And now I hate that I got rid of them. And I seriously go to secondhand stores all the time, and I'm trying to get the whole collection again. So I still have like 3 or 4 boxes of them that I've gotten. But I'm so upset that I don't have my originals that I got as a kid.
I was also really into Bratz dolls. Are those a thing at all?
No, come on. Bratz are the.
Bratz are the worst, I guess. I really liked those.
I have a really bad hatred for Bratz.
Really?
Yeah, I really do not like them.
The movies were cute.
I didn't watch the movies. I think I was like pre-movie Bratz. Like I think when I had a couple Bratz dolls, they only had like 3. I guess it was before they did all the stuff. I don't know.
My biggest complaint, the reason why my biggest dislike for Bratz is because to change their shoes, you have to take off their entire foot. Yeah.
It's super weird.
There's so many Bratz. I see so many Bratz at like secondhand stores that are just missing feet. And I'm just like, it's so irritating to me for some reason.
I can understand that. That makes total sense. I used to think it was super weird that you could have these dolls that are just footless.
That's so creepy. And the Bratz boys are kind of weird looking too. I don't know.
That's how I feel about the LOL Surprise, okay? The LOL, I know Damien got one of the boys. But the LOL Surprise are very similar in that, like, the shoes never quite fit the feet. The clothes never completely cover the bodies. They're very cheaply made. It makes me very upset. I don't have any LOL Surprise, but I used to get them for a friend of mine's kid, and we would open them together, and I'm very disappointed in their quality.
Damien got one of the boys yesterday, and it wasn't the one he wanted, and he listed it on eBay last night, and it sold this morning already.
Nice.
Are Barbies still a thing?
Yeah.
I'm literally have like 4 on my desk.
Well, they just, I saw at the store the other day and I thought it was so funny. A laundry Ken doll. Have you guys seen that?
That one, girl, I know everything about the newest Barbie. There's a new couple of ones in the Fashionista line, and there's 2 that are in wheelchairs. There's one that's flat-chested, non-binary, and there is one with the amputee leg. She has a fake leg.
Oh wow!
He's gonna do those on his channel, right? He got up with them, and
yes, they're gonna send them to him so he can review them.
Oh wow!
Yeah, Nebula. Their LOL Surprise are really cheap, but the kids love them. They do.
They do, because Damien said as soon as they put them out, like the kids swarmed them, and that's why he grabbed one, because they were almost all gone already.
Yeah, one of my nephews loves them, and I don't even really know what they are.
You know what I don't understand? They're just. You know what I hate even more though is the stupid LOL Surprise also makes the little poop things, the little things that poop out slime.
Well, I got Amani the LOL Surprise pets, and that was a mess. It was so messy. Like a little sandbox for them to go to the bathroom in, but it was so messy. It was everywhere. It was terrible.
Well, the LOL Surprise boys are anatomically correct.
Oh no! I mean, that's good, but like, it's not expecting that.
Yeah, they have a tiny little.
Over the time, we got to do our sprint.
Okay, starting now. Sorry about that, everybody. I accidentally hit 15.
Around 11 minutes, I messaged Kevin. I was like, "What's happening?"
My stopwatch was on 15, and I didn't scroll to change it, so I just hit start, and it just sorry.
Oh, I'm so glad tomorrow's Friday.
Yes.
I think we're gonna go see Dora the Explorer.
No.
Yes. Why not?
Because look, everything the trailers looks awful.
That's amazing. What are you talking about?
Everyone loves the book on Twitter. I think the writer of the book for the movie adaptation like really took some liberties with making fun of it, and people find it funny.
That and Scary Stories You Tell in the Dark or whatever comes out this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that looks good.
So,
but how did everybody do in that last sprint? Did anybody write, or are we all just thinking about toys still?
I got 343.
Nice. I think I got like
I finished the section.
I think I got like 5 pages.
So how much did you get done total this writing session, Kev?
During the sprints, 30 pages. So I only have 70 pages left. So if I can get done 10 more today, or no, I can get more done faster without sprinting, to be honest, because I'm talking a lot. So my goal is to get down to like maybe 50 left by the end of the night.
You're gonna do more?
Yeah.
It's still early out there on the West Coast.
It's still light out. I'm gonna get into bed and read, I think, for a little bit.
It's getting close to my bedtime.
I mean, I need to go to bed in like the next hour, so I'm gonna get as much sleep as I can.
When I say bedtime, it means I get really, really tired and I go and lay down and then I lay there for 3 hours wide awake. So.
What time is it there, Kevin? Is it like 6-ish?
It's 6:50, so it's almost 7.
Mm-hmm.
TB, hey, 70 words is better than 0.
Yes.
I say hooey to all you Dora the Explorer haters. I think it looks amazing. It's going to be really good or it's going to be so bad that it's good. Either way, I'm down. So,
Jessica, oh my God, I love you. Okay, so just really quick, one more doll I want to show. I got the 90s Cinderella. I didn't realize she was Cinderella when I bought her, but look at her face.
it's hard to see her face. It's a little like.
Well, it doesn't matter. I got her for the dress because the dress is prettier.
I think I had that doll. You said it was from the 90s?
Yeah.
I had one very similar, if not that one.
I think it's in the late 90s. It's like the Cinderella Christmas time dress.
Yes, that makes sense. My grandmother used to get me the Christmas Barbie every single year.
Those things are still really, like, they still do that. They still do like a...
I never got it. They were always too expensive.
And my dad used to work for Little Debbie, which this is a side note, but Little Debbie apparently had their own specific Barbies. So I also have those. They're
I need them. Shut up.
I have all of them. They're like these Little Debbie, like, I don't know. They're all Little Debbie themed and they're weird and you could only get them from the employee store. I don't know. I don't know if they're worth anything. I have no idea.
So just brought up, hold on, I want to show something really quick. Set aside whatever your political thoughts are and just look at how funny this is. It says little dummy.
Good timing.
I just happened to find that today when you said that to remind me of that.
I'm gonna need you, Nina, to take a picture of this Little Debbie Barbie and send me a picture.
I've seen it before. Like I've seen pictures of those.
Yeah, the oldest one I have is from 92 because that was when I was born. And I think that was actually the one where like the Barbie actually looked like Little Debbie in the picture.
Yeah. I think I know what you're talking about. I see a picture of that one.
Yeah.
The 90s Barbies were far prettier than any other year. We have a Barbie, like, you know how some people, when you walk into their house, they have like a cross hanging up or like something like that? Damien and I have a holiday Barbie hanging up in our doorway when you walk in.
I love that.
Gabby, you were born in 92 also.
Yes, February 25th, 1992.
Oh my goodness, that's February 29th, 1992.
Oh, it's leap year.
Yeah. Yeah.
I knew there was a couple kids in my grade who were leap years. So how old are you now officially?
I don't remember. I think I'm 6. I think.
I'd say 6, right? It's about to be.
Yeah.
It's about to be 7 though. I think.
Yeah, I think it's about to be 7. I don't even remember when my real birthday is. I mean, like I've lost track at this point. Everything after 25 is just I don't keep track. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, this upcoming February, you're going to be turning 7. So.
Yay! Happy birthday to me.
Lindsay asked what state you're in. You're in Tennessee, right?
Yes, I'm in Tennessee.
Yeah. What state are you in, Lindsay? I don't know if I know.
She's in Ohio.
Oh, where Jessica is.
I'm pretty sure she's in Ohio. I could be wrong, but the reason why is because she tweeted or said something about the Dayton shooting and how she lives close to there. So I assume she lived in Ohio.
Stacy, you're in NorCal, right?
I'm just secretly stalking Lindsay.
Ohio. It's unfortunate.
Ohio is for lovers.
Ohio is literally just very, very close second to the worst state other than Indiana. So
I've never been.
I would say at least it's not Indiana. I'm sorry to any Indianians.
I wouldn't. If you're from Indiana, you know.
Yeah, you do. You do.
Kevin and I are from Illinois, so.
People from Illinois have a special hatred for Indiana.
Yeah. It is.
Half of the workforce at work is in Illinois, and so I have a thread with some other people from Illinois where we just bash Indiana constantly, send memes.
Although when I was in high school and I was a bad kid and I smoked cigarettes, I did like that Indiana had their cigarettes cheaper, so I would drive to Indiana because we lived on the border, so I would drive to Indiana to get cigarettes.
Also, Indiana has ditchweed.
Yeah.
So they also have a lot of meth.
Yeah. People. It's a weird combination. So there's more than corn in Indiana, that's for sure.
There's a few teeth.
Yeah. You're in England. Jealous.
For real though, I would like to come to any other country that isn't America.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Actually, let's just be honest. I want to go to Canada.
Right? Like when Aaron's like old boss got promoted to a high position in Canada, and I was like, hello, can he like rehire you and we move to Canada? Because I would totally do that. Love Canada. He's in Vancouver, so we'd have to get a good high paying job.
Mm-hmm.
I say Vancouver.
Trey,
it's close to here.
Well, I mean, close is relative, but yeah.
It's closer than Toronto.
Yeah.
Or Prince Edward
We
Island.
always like over enunciate the Toronto.
My
What am I supposed to say?
grandfather, he lives in Florida half the year and Canada half the year.
Really?
Yeah, like he does. I don't know why. He says that he wants like a constant 70 degrees, and that's where he's got that.
Where in Canada does he go?
He goes to Sault Ste. Marie, which is like right across from, I think it's right across from Detroit, like an hour away from Detroit. And the reason is his wife's family is there, so they just like go back and forth.
I actually know because I work for a press release distribution company,
Mm-hmm.
and the date line a lot of times would be that city because I can never say it. I'm always like it. Like I have to like say the date line to them. I'm like, I don't know how to pronounce this city name. I'm just not going to try.
Yeah, from what I've heard, I mean, I've never even been, but from what he's explained to me, the city is so small that it is better for them to take the boat places, like faster for them to take the boat places than to actually take the road. Like the road will take an hour, but the boat will take like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's strange. I don't know. I've never been. I need to go.
We, my husband and I like to do a lot of road trips, and we did one from Chicago to Toronto. And so you kind of like drive through Detroit and like that whole area. It's very rural for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of Toronto. And we went to Niagara Falls too.
I've always wanted to go to Prince Edward Island as well, Stacey.
Yeah.
It's very pretty in pictures.
Yeah. I would channel Anne there for sure.
I've never read Anne of Green Gables, but like I just know that they have really pretty beaches there. So I think they have red sand beaches, don't they?
You should watch. Have you watched the Anne of Green Gables movies, the Canadian ones?
I have not, but I Damien has.
did.
He loves Anne of Green Gables.
They're so good. I just love them so much. Part of that's probably just from watching them as a kid, you know? But
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah, so Prince Edward Island has a bunch of like red sand shores, and they're so pretty. I want to go so bad.
You wish, Jessica. You will never defeat these sisters right here.
I'll say, Jessica, you were a cool sibling because you were with us. Not
Yeah.
saying that Lindsay's not cool, but like.
Plus, Lindsay and I are best friends now, so we can just all be.
Excuse everyone. Excuse everyone. Me and Lindsay have been BFFs for a long time.
Oh, I'm so tired. I will not be able to sleep though.
You know, like the Netflix show? Damien really likes, I think, the Anne of Green Gables Netflix show.
And with an E.
Yeah. Because one of the characters is gay, right? I think one of the characters is gay.
That I don't know.
I watched the first season. I liked it. But I haven't watched the second one.
Lindsay's such a nerd. I really want to braid this pony's hair now. I've just been staring at it.
That was my phone telling me to go to bed.
Well, on that note, how did everybody do all together?
I hit around like 9:30 or something, right around there. So not horrible.
It's not bad at all, considering we talked a lot.
Yeah.
I finished the section I was in, which is what I was hoping for. So
Well, then go,
that was
Laura.
good. Snook Lion. Oh God. Dang, 1,900 words. How close? Oh, Kristen, I meant to ask you, how's it going with the whole save the cat, loping into your story there? What? He's in the new Addams Family movie? Shut up. Shut up. Dang, TB, you did good. 765. Yeah, like that's what these are, since it's not like since it's not camp or anything. They're just loosey goosey, you know, just chat, ride a little bit, talk about dolls maybe.
Next week's will be on Laura's channel.
Yes.
So again, make sure you check out Laura and Nina's channel. They're both linked in the description below. Go ahead and check them out and subscribe because they're both amazing. And if you don't subscribe, you suck.
I always like saying that in my videos, like, and if you haven't seen this video, why not? Why didn't you have the video of mine? Why do you hate me? I cut myself off this Thirsty Thursday on the one because I drank it too fast. Next week, maybe I'll have some wine.
Classic.
Get some Duplin wine, some family wine. Oh yeah, link to Damien's channel, Kev.
Oh, give me 1 second. He also did a tutorial on how to give your American Girl doll an afro.
Oh my goodness.
And he turned one of the girls into a boy, right?
He turned multiple girls into boys, yeah.
I just meant like in one video though.
Oh, yeah.
Before we have 1 million subscribers. Yeah, I did see there was some sort of like nano email, and I was like, whatever. They blast me with so many emails. I'm just like, I don't care.
Oh, are they merging? So I know that the regular NaNoWriMo website is getting revamped because I got an email like to try out their beta version. It looks really nice. It's really awesome, but you have to re-add all your old friends, which is kind of.
That's fine. I got a lot of duds on there. I need a clean house a little bit.
But their new like site is really nice. I looked at it a couple
I
times.
wish they would let there be cabins and stuff for regular Nano.
Yeah, I wish they would do that too.
Yeah.
This is why we just need to like create a Discord, which I've been saying I'm going to do for so long and I never did it.
Agreed.
So,
I would love an Authortube Discord.
I wanted to a while ago. I just never did it. Anyway, everybody, thank you so much for coming. It's sorry, I just read campNaNoWriMo.org is being shut down.
All right.
No, Jessica, I meant, really quick, Jessica, I meant just for like everyone to join because that one in particular I feel like doesn't have everyone in it.
So next week, 7:30 East Coast time, my channel. Bring an adult beverage. Bring an adult toy. Whatever you want to bring. We'll share. And I can't wait, you guys. I'm moving into our own place in like 2 weeks. Fingers crossed, 2 weeks. And I will have all of my stuff again.
Yay!
I'm going to take out my birthday gift, which my husband got me. It's a designer toy. It's not the same. It's made by an artist, and it's like something I've been coveting for so long, and I have to keep it in a box here because it's very expensive, and I can't wait to be able to put it out in my own place. So exciting stuff happening. I can stop making vlogs in this little corner of this attic that I've been doing. So yeah, I know. When I said adult toy, I heard it. I heard it when I said it, Jessica. I didn't mean it like that.
All right. Well, thank you for coming, everybody. If you like the video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you love the video, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to come back next time. Okay. Goodbye, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
Bye, everybody. Make sure you check out Nina and Laura's channel. Bye.
And Kevin's channel.
Okay, and broadcast. Let's see if this works.
Yeah.